twins. And she's back in the music scene, recording. I don't know what the hell she's doing, but it seems like she has some enhanced body parts. So much so that if you go to the Instagram page, you will see even people making comments about it, all right? And this is what's going on. Seems like she had a boob job. And also, if you look at her hips, a BBL. But now, I want to talk about some of these urban ladies in the black community who have so many negative things to say about black men. Black men don't take care of their kids. Black men don't take care of this and that. And I get that you have black men who don't do that. But then again, what we never want to talk about is the choice of these women and the men they deal with. And number two, what kind of image do you set forth to the world that some man has to respect you? Let me flip the script. I came up in the 90s. I was the last of the old school generation raised by the baby boomers. My mom is one, and my grandfather was alive during World War I, the World War II, and the Great Depression. So I came from that family that as a man, you had to be somebody. You had to do something. You took pride in taking care of a woman. I'm not so young or so old, I can't remember that. When you walk down the street, you let a woman walk in the inside of you. If you have a wife, you take care of your wife. You buy your wife a car. You put your wife in a house. You get a retirement plan for your wife and your kids. It's you who are supposed to do something for your wife and then also for the community. That's the kind of upbringing I had in my life. I don't know about y'all, but I had that upbringing. But even though my parents didn't really tell me like what kind of woman I need to be selecting, like what does she need to do for me, I had a clue that the woman that I had to be dealing with, she had to meet a certain standard. She wasn't going to be out here twerking on Instagram or having tattoos everywhere. And I have no ill intent for women who do that. But a woman was going to have to be suitable that I can bring her to my house for the holidays. I can bring her to my church.
What's going on, Jason?
What up, Timmy? I just wrapped my new Apple Series Chief of Ward.
Wait, you have a new Apple show?
At this point, who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't at this point? Like you just said.
You save big this home and auto bundle, Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Time to ring the savings bell. You know what that means? Time to ring the ringing the savings bell. And you know what that means?
Hope your afternoon is cleared.
Listen, you keep going.
And she's a respectable sort of woman in the community because I had to be somewhat of a respectable man, right? There are certain things I had to do. Now, when you look at the women of today's world who love Summer Walker, you love SZA. And nothing is wrong with you liking these ladies as entertainers. But now we got to go back to the old Kevin Samuels conversation. What you're asking for, are you that? You see, when you go out here and get a BBL, when you go out here and you have 2 kids, one from London on the track, a man that has a less than stellar track record of being a Pookie and a Ray Ray and a not a good father, and then another man that you have twins by that you didn't make marry you, and then you have the unmitigated gall to talk about what black men are not doing, and of course the way that you want to live your life, can't nobody tell you nothing, right? We get that. And I don't even waste my time telling black women what they should do because you're wasting your time. They're not going to hear that, and they're going to look at it as hate speech. So you do whatever you want to do. It's not my business. But how dare you be able to go and talk down on people when you put yourself out there, some of these ladies out here, to guys that you are attracting that can't do nothing for you. You see, you want a man that hits a standard, but what kind of discipline are you living to be a standard? How many women want somebody to wife them up? And you don't want to be a wife to the man's standards. You want to be a wife to your standards, but you're not marrying yourself. And you look at the way that Summer Walker presents herself, and can you say for any man that's competent, that has worked hard, and just to see the kind of things that she posts, and how she's even looking in this particular picture, what kind of man would say, you know what, I want her to be, this particular lady, and she's a nice looking young lady too, but I want her to be my wife. I want to take her to my church. I want her to be representative of the women that I can wife up. And then just look at what she does online. Or even Lizzo. Look at how they carry out. Can you honestly say that? No man who has worked hard for himself, and that's a legit man, a family man, can never say, I want to bring her home to my house. Because why? Because you, in the back of your mind, you're fearful of what you're going to find out for who she really wanted to be with. Somebody who's a no good Pookie and Rary going to be up in your house. That's what most of us understand. And what you see so many times is women requiring somebody to be something that they're not willing to sacrifice. I was listening to Earl Nightingale. You guys know who that is. He was an old-time commentator, really on personal development and wealth in the radios back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. He's amazing. One of the best people in American history on these subjects. And he said, you know what thing that comes with success? And I'm just kind of truncating some of his words. The first thing that he said, first and foremost, is sacrifice. It's sacrifice. See, when you want to be in another tax bracket, a wealthier class, the first thing that you have to do, there's certain phrases we use for those words. We talk about invest is one of them, right? Deferring gratification, you've heard that. Putting your time in, right? Suffering. Paying the price. You want to be a successful person, an athlete, you're going to pay the price. You're not going to eat everything. You're going to work out. You want to be a medical doctor, you're going to go to medical school, you're going to pay the price. But many women I found out want a husband and they don't want to pay no price to get it. They want a man that's top tier. But they feel like what they've done in the private sector or in the public sector has already mitigated that. And it has not mitigated it. It has not made it a lesser opportunity, or it has not weakened the opportunity for you to get a man, or made it easier. It has not mitigated the experience because you have not put in the work as it is to the man that you want to do that. What are you presenting to him? Well, okay, let's get a BBL. Let's get tattoos everywhere. And again, that's okay if you're dealing with entertainers. And some of these ladies out here are entertainers, and I get that. But what you don't understand is, what does a man that you want, what kind of woman is he looking for? Does he want you to look like that? Does he want you to come with 3 kids by 3 different men or 2 different men? Is that what he wants? See, you've never taken the opportunity to even ask a man what he thinks about. Logically, you have never examined this. And you don't know the market that you're dealing with, which is why you see so many women that are single in today's world. So many women getting into poverty, despite the fact you have someone doing very well. But we know that most women who are unmarried are likely to be poor. That's a fact. But why are they not getting it? Because the presentation to the man, they don't care. Like, they'll look at guys and be like, who is he such that I need to do something for him? He should be glad I acknowledge him. And that attitude has gotten Summer Walker where she's at right now. And she keeps doubling down on on the image. And it drives away a black man who would want to pair with you. Because all you're advertising yourself is to Pookies and Ray Rays. And then when you get those Pookies and Ray Rays, you feel like you deserve better. But what is your advertisement? All right? But of course, y'all don't think about that. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.